Welcome and good morning, students. After a long time, I am here with the long run equilibrium or full employment equilibrium of Keynesian model, which contains 6 marks question in your syllabus. Determination of long-term microeconomic equilibrium or full employment level equilibrium. Along with the determination of equilibrium, we will see the concept of excess demand, deficient demand, or inflationary gap or deflationary gap. Here it is very important to understand this equilibrium. Before going to discuss this diagram or full employment level equilibrium, we have to know what is, when we are going to decide equilibrium, it means we have to know about demand curve and supply curve as we have studied in microeconomics. Here in place of demand curve, it is aggregate demand curve and aggregate supply curve. At very first, we should know what is the shape of aggregate supply curve. Aggregate supply, you know that aggregate supply is equal to C plus S, consumption plus saving expenditure. Aggregate, this model is given by or introduced by Professor John Maynard Keynes. According to Professor Keynes, this aggregate supply curve, we have taken 45-degree line as aggregate supply curve. Actually, it is this aggregate supply curve becomes perfectly inelastic after the full employment level in this way. Here as dotted line is here, that is the shape of this shape. You can see aggregate supply curve in this way. If we extended it from back side, so for your syllabus, for your standard, 45-degree line is equal to aggregate supply line, which is y, AS is equal to y is equal to C plus S. Aggregate demand, here we have taken 2-sector economy and 3-sector economy. In a 2-sector economy, aggregate demand curve, aggregate demand is equal to y is equal to C plus I, and for 3-sector economy it is aggregate demand is equal to C plus I plus G, consumption expenditure, investment and government expenditure in form of as supposed to be investment. Where equilibrium determined? The point where aggregate demand and aggregate supply curve intersects to each other. Suppose it is a 3-sector economy, but when we have taken aggregate demand, AD is equal to AD0, C plus I, consumption expenditure plus investment expenditure, this aggregate demand curve AD0 intersects here EU. Now when aggregate demand curve is equilibrium, and we have written here label of YU, U for underemployment. Now suppose government has introduced and government make his expenditure, that is G, aggregate demand curve shifts leftward or upward, and now final aggregate demand curve becomes AD C plus I plus G. This aggregate demand curve intersects aggregate supply curve at point E. After the government expenditure, government has created employment. This E is the final or full employment level equilibrium. Its related output and income level is OYF. It is the income and output level of full employment, because when government expenditure has introduced, government has made expenditure, employment is created, and all the people who are willing to work, they got employment. This situation has reached or achieved, this is E, full employment level equilibrium. Here you can see on this x-axis we have taken employment, income, output and employment. Whatever people were employed, they earn income, that's why it is income, and the employed people produce goods and services, that is output, equal to output, monetary value of that output is income of the employed persons. What will happen? Now think, this is full employment level equilibrium. It means it is supposed to be the maximum output level which can be produced in an economy. You have to remember here the concept of production possibility curve, which shows the maximum supposed or estimated level of output at full employment level. Here we got full employment level. It means it is the maximum level of output. Output or production will not be increased after this level OYF, whether employment or whether income is increased. What will happen? How income will increase? If further investment or government expenditure will increase, certainly income will increase. You know, in the chapter of money multiplier, or consumption expenditure, when income increases, delta Y is equal to K delta I. If investment will increase, income will increase by K times. If here at full employment level, either government increase expenditure or investment, or final private expenditure or investment increases, what will happen? Income will increase. It is full employment level. It is full employment level income. It means output will not be increased after this. Employment will not be increased after this level. Income will increase. What will happen when income will increase? We are expend more. We are able to expend more. When our income capacity increases, what will happen? We demand more. Supply determined factor is here. Supply will not be increased. Supply will be perfectly inelastic. It means output will not increases. So what will increase? Here you can see in simple microeconomic diagram, when demand increases and supply constant, what will happen? Price increases. So certainly general price level will increase, and increase in general price level is called inflation. So if it is delta G, suppose at full employment level government has expended or introduced delta G or government expenditure or investment, the aggregate demand curve will be shift upward. This level of income will increase, but output will not increase. What will happen here? Aggregate demand A is greater than aggregate supply up to E. This is called excess demand. Excess demand over supply. AE is equal to AE excess demand over aggregate supply. This excess demand cause hike in price. इतना price बढ़ेगा. That's why it is called inflationary gap. Excess demand may cause inflation. That's why it is also called inflationary gap. It is due to increase in investment or government expenditure. Now, suppose economy is settled and full employment level equilibrium. There are so many deficit condition and government has started to decrease his investment. Government curtail his expenditure. From full employment level, when government curtail his expenditure, economy will come here, A plus D. Here you can see G minus G. Government has decreased his expenditure. What will happen? Due to decrease in government expenditure, what will happen? Income will reduce, YF to YU. Output will reduce because full employment level to underemployment level situation. Due to decrease in investment, what is going on? Income, employment, output decreases. When all the three decreases, what will happen? Price also decreases. Demand decreases, price decreases. This situation is called deflationary gap. Why it is generated? Here government expenditure reduces over full employment level equilibrium. So it is the situation of deficient demand. Aggregate demand will be here, EB. Deficient demand, aggregate supply is this one, YFE aggregate supply and YFB is aggregate demand. So deficient demand, due to deficient demand or decreasing demand, aggregate demand, what will happen? Economy settled at underemployment equilibrium situation. It is the path of movement of economy. When demand decreases, price decreases, supply decreases, supply increases, price decreases, and economy will be settled here. Due to decrease in aggregate demand, due to decrease in government expenditure or decrease in private investment, economy face deficient demand situation, due to which output, employment, income level decreases, due to which prices decreases. This situation is called deficient demand, or due to deficient demand deflationary gap is created, which is equal to deficient demand. तो इस डायग्राम में ये हो गया आपका, ये जी था, जी के बराबर डिमांड डिक्रीज हो गई. हियर I have written excess capacity. Now what is excess capacity? Gap in income, output and employment level with underemployment, between underemployment equilibrium and full employment level equilibrium is called excess capacity. If economy is settled on underemployment equilibrium, here we have capacity to increase output and employment. That you have seen earlier, that when government expenditure increases, it is settled on full employment level. That's why it is called excess capacity. ये हो गया बच्चों आपका माइक्रो इकोनॉमिक इक्विलिब्रियम, डेफिशिएंट डिमांड और एक्सेस डिमांड का कॉन्सेप्ट. इसकी आप प्रैक्टिस कीजिए. 6 मार्क्स क्वेश्चन ये आता है, इजी है. ठीक है, ओके, थैंक यू, हैव अ नाइस डे.